Alright, I think we're live. Hello everybody. Happy Friday. I need to take a look at the setup here. We've got an arena game on Fjords. So let's take a look. Okay, so looks like we're on slow timers, so I am going to take some time before I pick a faction here. Dwarves have already been put in. So for the past tiles, we're missing Spade, Priest, and Trading Post scoring. It's a pretty balanced set of things going on here. And then for the scoring track, let's see. Just getting all set up here. For the scoring track, we've got Digs round 3, Towns round 4, Dwellings round 5, Big Buildings round 6. Opening with Trading Posts. Okay, this looks like a pretty average scoring kind of setup to me. Coat rewards for Fire and Earth repeated. Okay, so the past tiles, we've got Big Building, Worker Power, and Temp Ship all as sort of desirable, most desirable options here. So dwarves will probably end up with coins. So who do we like on Temp Ship here? Witches could be good. We're gonna go mermaids. Plenty of coins in the game, ship scorings in the game. Late big buildings can be okay for mermaids. Not usually super exciting for most factions. So we're assuming mermaids are going to be starting on Temp Ship here based on how things currently look. We'll see what other factions get put in. Time to stalk our opponents. I know 2 of these folks are pretty strong, if I remember correctly. Yep, very strong player. Dongichot is top-ranked player as well. This player is the 400s. Yeah, so a very strong table here. We'll just see what we can do. We got Nomads, Dwarves, Mermaids. Let's see what kind of mood Dongichot is in. Alchemists or Darklings would be kind of the standard friendly color we'll pick here. But perhaps we're feeling more chaos than that today. Okay, we want hex numbers on. So without seeing the 4th faction yet, I think dwarves are often starting. Oh, and we do get some chaos. Okay. So Nomads probably are the clear 40 faction here. Not going to waste too much time thinking about it otherwise, because we've got a bit of a sandwich on the other side of the color wheel. Orin, mermaids, dwarves. Okay. So Orin could take Temp Ship here. Okay. I think Nomads do look really good here. Yellow on this map just does get a ton of leech too. So how are we thinking about these other factions? Orin are sandwiched. And they're Orin, so they're probably the 40 faction. Although the track looks pretty nice for them. They could open temp ship with a temple plus 3 dwellings. They could open stronghold on the stronghold bonus tile and get some other power action to their liking, hopefully. 30 on Nomads. I think I'm going 29 on Nomads. I feel like I just kind of want to play Nomads here anyways. Alright, Dwarves and Orin, how much do they get in each other's way? The main spots I know of on this map are Orin would love to be able to get between D5 and F8 over here in the east with a single dig on E8. If Dwarves are on that gray hex, that's not an option. Dwarves would love to start on G4 and be able to connect up to the northwest here through F3. That's not an option if Orin start F3. It's going to be a little bit swingy as to what happens there. Mermaids are going to have black hexes fairly easily, but their greens are going to be very contested, and their blues will be a bit contested by Orin as well. And Nomads wouldn't be crazy to start Stronghold here, so that means everybody's hexes would be in danger a bit. Alright, so we've got to jump to Mermaids. Mermaids on temp ship can do a very effective dwelling rush here. I guess less so depending on where Orin start. I'm not sure how good that is. I guess it's never that bad with dwelling scoring in the game. Dwarves just look like they're going to have an underwhelming start. Go one more on Nomads. I think as Nomads here, I don't want temp ship, but I'm happy starting with worker power or big building tile. It's tempting to want to go for Nomads down to 25. Alright, I'm going to actually have to think about it before I place another bid after this one. Maybe I get stuck on Nomads here. Yeah, Mermaids do seem maybe a bit more resilient. Let's see. Do one on Mermaids. The color wars are pretty nice through the first 4 rounds. So although Orin are sandwiched, it might be able to benefit from that. Go one more on Mermaids without too much of a sophisticated plan here. I do like for Mermaids that both ship tiles are in the game, that there's plenty of coins on the pass tiles. Nomads would be the favorite to win network here, and Orin would be the favorite to get the most cult points. For Nomads almost. That might be a bit too much. So as Nomads, I'm almost certainly starting E7 and F4 here. That's really just in the middle of where everyone's likely to be. E7, F4. Then F4 might be stranded, but it's a lot of leech. Third starting spot, I'm not totally sure. I think it would probably depend on where everyone else placed. As Orin, I think I'd go with temp shipping here. Secure some hexes, given Dwarves situation. Start like f5, f8. Through the ship to d2 and g9. We do have a bit on dwarves. The presence of Orin here is a bit rough on mermaids, I will say. Mermaids have a couple of towns they would love to get that might be a little bit challenging with Orin in the game. What does a tall strategy for Orin look like here? Following the track, hitting the pass tiles. Not having the trading post tile in is a bit rough for that option. But the coal rewards are pretty good. Is it too early to jump Orin here? Somehow dwarves scare me almost more. But if I'm Orin, where the heck are my towns? I guess one through here, the southeast. I'm gonna go one more on Nomads. I'm guessing I will get Nomads at this price, and then we'll just see if I regret it. I think there's a lot to be made out of Nomads here. They've got a lot of leech. They'll get a good starting pass tile either way. The cult rewards are kind of favorable for them. A lot of coins on the pass, a lot of power on the pass. Dongichote might be looking to jump on Orin here. No, we get bit off Nomads. I think we can go one more on Mermaids. They look pretty resilient here. I don't know, maybe this just is Nomads by a long shot. Their game just looks so much easier. Their hexes are basically wide open. Except for some of the reds that dwarves might take, but I don't know, dwarves aren't really going to be able to do much hex pressure in round 1 unless I'm mistaken. Round 2 big building might be a little awkward for Nomads. I'm not sure getting the stronghold out is going to be too easy. If you wait for round 2. As Nomads here, I sort of am wondering if Orin take temp ship, Nomads get worker power. Are Mermaids going to even bother to try to snag double dig? I guess they probably do. Mid ranged. Orin with temp ship on this map don't seem awful. Round 2 airspeed, yeah. Yeah, I was sort of thinking about jumping Orin. But I'm just looking at like town space. I don't know. I feel like I sort of lack experience playing a tall game, but I'm excited to give it more of a try. And I feel like the trading post pass tile is huge for that, and that's not in this game. So the big building tile is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun playing Nomads here either way. I mean, even if I can't make up the deficit. I think someone's gonna jump to Orin soon, though. I bet vaguely people have in their head that Orin could be 10 points worse than the alternatives, but at this point I think mermaids probably look like the best deal. The thing about nomads is that their scoring opportunities, this is a lot of ground to make up. But they keep getting bid. Dwarves are pretty good on this map too. Got some good cult rewards for them. Mid game. I'm gonna go one more on mermaids here. Range says dwarves may be the best cult faction. Yeah, that's interesting. I think as Orin here, I would probably start temp ship and get a temple out. So that would result in Orin having plenty of priest income. Maybe second temple round 2, maybe round 3. But dwarves playing culty here. It's too bad those worker rewards for dwarves aren't in round 5, that they're in round 2. Not really as exploitable that way. Otherwise, I'd say this is great for dwarves in that regard. But it's still pretty good. Those earth rewards will be very easy for them to hit, even without too much effort. Keep having this feeling like Dongi Toad is going to end up on Orin. They were the one that put Orin into the game. If they do, we're on mermaids at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. I think I should have paid more attention to starting locations, but I feel like there's a pretty clear situation going on over here where Nomads F4, Mermaids E4, Dwarves G4. Are Orin really going to start F3 here? I guess the thing of it is, if they don't, Mermaids probably take that hex on Dwarves anyways. So Dwarves could lose F3 and E5 right away. And then connecting becomes pretty difficult. So I don't love Dwarves here. 25 points for Nomads seems kind of insane. How much easier is this game for them than everyone else? We're going to do it. We're going to do one more on Nomads. It's a strong table, so I really don't know how confident I am about... like, it's not like I feel like I'm at any kind of advantage here otherwise. So, bidding myself into a hole isn't the best idea, but... Nomads are fun. It's nice to not have color neighbors. Alright, but at this point, Orin get a 15-point advantage. And we've got Freebooter. I'm totally butchering your name, I apologize. Definitely gonna go E7. We said we were gonna go E4 too. F4 rather. Don't see any reason not to. And we'll see where the third one goes. It'll sort of depend on mermaids here. $25 points, huh? I did 25 points on Nomads. So we'll just see if we can make that up. I think templing here, round 1. Maybe it's temple round 1, sanctuary round 2. I do just have dreams of getting that stronghold out round 2. Getting on the stronghold bonus tile would help with that, but I would need a bunch of coins. Grange says, are we opening stronghold? That is the question. I'm gonna see where the pass tiles land. I mean, I gotta figure out where this dwelling's going first. If we're going stronghold, I don't feel any need to do C8 because I'm gonna cut through D4 pretty quickly anyhow, unless dwarves take it first action round 2. Likewise with H5. So, okay, what's the situation here? We're going to hope to upgrade... We're going to plan to upgrade F4. Dwarves in first seat. I'm going to plan to upgrade F4, maybe even single dig E5 on the first action. Orin are likely to start on temp ship based on their placements. So I think the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus tile is ours if we want it. Dwarves and Orin are going to be playing culty to some extent. So early priest production isn't as key. That doesn't have to be a huge part of our game plan. But I think I win network without Stronghold. And there's not much hex pressure, so I'm going to plan to open Temple, I think. Which means... Strange says, my experience seems to be that earlier Stronghold for Nomads on this map, the better. Are you going for round 2 Stronghold? Yeah, my dream is going round 2 Stronghold, but I'm going to need a lot of coins and a lot of workers for that. I think the Stronghold pass tile could be mine round 2, though. That would be pretty dreamy. Could they go Fire 1 round 1, Stronghold round 2? I could end up with a Sanctuary Town D3, E6 here. It's either H5 or C8 here. I guess C8 gives me more shipping access and stuff. I'm just gonna do that. I don't know if I need it, but I don't know if there's another hex that's gonna give me better town space necessarily. Temp ship. Okay. So we're gonna leave. I think I'm going worker power here and planning to take single spade. Or if mermaids don't take double spade, then we will possibly have the power for that. I wonder if anyone's going to rush the priest action round 1. Alright, Strange says why single spade? I think E5 looks really nice. I mean, I'll take double spade if I can, but I'm assuming mermaids... Yeah, it looks like mermaids are going to start on the power here, which means dwarves don't have power for anything. So if mermaids upgrade, I have access to double dig, but I think they're going to take F3, G8 right now, probably. Yeah. So single spade is mine if I want it. Orin will probably upgrade here. Give power to dwarves. So do I want to upgrade and maybe forgo the spade this round? Where would dwarves be spading? D5? I think dwarves would probably rather get double spade round 2. I think I can get greedy and upgrade, and then I can always pivot to stronghold. Because as of right now, nobody's upgrading over here. I guess mermaids might be upgrading over here. If I get E5, this is like clear town space going on here. Orin can also take single spade. But that doesn't seem likely. I don't need a spade this round. I think I'm going to get greedy and just see what options I have. I immediately regret that. We'll see. We'll see where it lands. So what do Orin want to do here? I mean, in terms of power actions, I think I'd love to wheel Single Spade. And I think Mermaids may upgrade F7 here. Yep, Dwarves take the Priest, so Single Spade is mine if I want it. And I think I do. Alternatively, the Stronghold opening, I could take coins, go Stronghold, dig down D4 this round. Let's think through what it would look like to get around to Stronghold. I think there will be some Earth 1 pulls this round. Round 2 Stronghold would require 6 workers, 11 coins. So we would pretty much need to take this tile from Dwarves. Right, it would be 4 worker income and get a coins action. I think that's doable. We're going to Single Spade here. I'd rather not get stuck here. And I think I've got options on this side. So we're aiming for the round 2 Stronghold. I would love, love, love a coins action here. So I'm on 9 power tokens left. So I do need to overflow a lot more power before I take coins, unless I want to burn below 6. Drain says, if nothing jumps to you as amazing, I think the right move is just to upgrade, see what happens. Going, oh yeah, so okay, that is what I did. Going Temple into round 2 Stronghold is really good. Just need to keep an eye on workers and coins. Yeah, and this is great. So it looks like Orin are going double Temple. So I think this played out entirely in my favor here. Getting a bunch of extra leech on the west side of the map here. So we expect to get 2, 4, 6 more power this round, at least 7 more power this round, I think. Dwarves claim first, Priest of Fire. Some good foresight there. Mermaids. Mermaids might just be going Earth 1 here. Fire 1, probably. Earth 1, yeah, okay. So let's look at pass tiles. Passing onto coins works great for us if we pass early. So just pass onto coins, take workers, go Strongholds. Is that going to be enough? If we go Temple right here, we are first to pass. So yeah, pass onto coins, take workers, go Temple. I don't know if that's greedy enough. Or go Stronghold, rather. I don't know if that's greedy enough, right? If we do that, we can afford to just take Earth 1 here. 6 coins plus 5 coins is 11. What do we say we needed for the Stronghold? Exactly 11. Or we could delay, try to get Dwarves tile. I don't think we have enough actions to stall for that. I think the only thing we're doing here is building Temple either way, so I can at least get that out of the way. My poor opponent's out of their misery for all this waiting. The other thought I'm having is that I could do Fire 1. Could give me an extra worker going into round 3 if I can take advantage of that coat reward. And those coins are not going to be something I'll be sad about having for sure. I think I'm pretty much down to Fire 1 or Earth 1 here. If I take Fire 1, am I going to be able to make up enough points? That's the question. It's a little bit awkward because I'll have to build my Stronghold on the west side of the map. that's okay. I think I might be able to get greedy. Take Earth 1, and then maybe just plan for an early coins town. Fairly confident Orn are taking Earth 1. Dwarves might want it too. Alright, we're going to jump it up here. And we'll see how we can address our coin issues moving forwards. Oh, I lied. I can, what am I thinking? I have enough workers already. I'm not sure where my math is coming from here. I think it's just the extra nomad dwelling threw my math off. So I have enough coins here where I can just pass on to coins, take the coins action, get a stronghold up. This looks great. Look at us go. So I don't mind starting War for Power here. It denies mermaids something that they wanted more, I think, which is that extra worker. And it does give me one more point building it off of the scoring track in round 2 versus off of the bonus tile in round 1. Hey, Heroic Logic. How's it going? Happy Friday, everybody. Drain says, since you're taking coins action, maybe the 5 coins instead of 7 coins, Cold Step gives you a worker. Yeah, that's a nice thought. It's only 2 less coins. And round 3, what on earth is my plan for round 3? Hoard power and get a double dig? I think I will. Yeah, we'll see how many coins I'm going to want to have round 3. But at this point, looking ahead a little bit more, Orn do take Earth 1, so dwarves miss out. I'm not sure if they wanted it, but so at this point, we expect we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 more leech. I don't see anything crazy where we would get much more than that. So I don't think we need to down convert for coins. So if I go stronghold, I do lack a worker. To build a dwelling out in round 2, which I hadn't really considered, to be honest. Yeah, the cult pump is nice. It's an extra action. Slows me down going into round 3. Will that be a good thing? Probably. I don't think I really want double dig if I'm using my strongholds. Alright, we're going for it. Thanks for the advice, Deranged. Is that a 5-power priest from dwarves? No, dwarves took the, Oh, yeah. No, I guess it was. Wow, okay. Dwarves are going culty. And against Orn's, assumed double temple here, too, so that's bold. Alright, this Orin game. Interesting. I gotta look away from the screen for a second. My eyes are bothering me here. This Orin double temple is interesting. They started on temp ship. Oh, so maybe they're not. Maybe they're just not. Maybe they're just gonna swim their way to D2 and G9 here instead. Since they are on temp ship this round. If not, it's kind of a waste. Mermaids get some good stuff going here. Wow, mermaids have what it takes to double dig again round 2. So if Orin don't take G9 here, mermaids can go 4 dwellings round 2. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, okay, so Deranged is saying that Orin, getting onto dwarf style, can turn this TP on F5 here into a stronghold. Extra out. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, dwarves go for the sanctuary now. So we are loaded up on power here. Dwarves go double econ here. Push themselves further up on fire and earth tracks. This will be interesting, okay. So dwarves are gonna probably translate that into plain tall, expensive. I don't know what they're gonna do. But at this point, I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna be targeting D4 on me. I think the stronghold's gonna go, for me, is gonna go over on the west. Then I'll dig through G5. So 6, so I'm gonna have 17 coins. These are the 6 coins going to the next round, depending on what I do otherwise. Yeah, this looks nice. This looks nice. I mean, still very much in the hole on points here. Love this for dwarves. Not sure it's good, but it's fun, says Strange. Yeah, it is very fun. It's really tidy to me that their cult steps line up with the cults that they're working on moving up line up with the favorite tiles they took too. That's very nice. All right, it's the coins here, I think, no matter what. Otherwise, they're getting taken. So if we can get it, probably take the Priest of Fire. Oh, the first Priest of Fire is taken, so either way, we've got the Priest of Fire. I think that's probably the move here. Yeah, I think cult points are not something we're too worried about getting this game. But a Priest of Fire and a Cult Step right now, and then a Priest to Earth next round. They'll just pay off for the entire rest of the game. We get a lot of resources off the cults there, so it's good. It's good econ, basically. Just got to make sure that there's still a priest spot left on Earth. So mermaids, I assume mermaids are taking double spade here. So they double spade F6, which is what, a gray? So they take that gray hex away from dwarves and set themselves up for a sanctuary town. The other thing I was starting to think about before I got distracted is that town round 4, you know, to hit 2 towns that round as nomads here, looks like it should be doable. And I think it's probably pretty beneficial. Hit 2 rounds, end up with some extra dwellings on our board, get upgraded shipping to be able to build out more dwellings around 5. Maybe find a 3rd town, maybe not. So what we could do is look to do, there's an obvious town in the west here, basically spooning where orange just upgraded. You know, a lot of 2-for-1s here. This is gorgeous. I mean, it's what we paid so much for in the auction. There's an obvious town here on the east. That would be the round 5 town in either case, I think. Round 4 town in either case, because that's where the stronghold's going. But then it's a question in the east here of whether I can make a sanctuary town with D3 and E6, and then a separate town on my third starting dwelling, so it's kind of 1 town per starting dwelling, or whether I'm going to cut through and connect these 2 dwellings that I've placed on the eastern fjord. So another thought is I could take the workers here, end up getting out 2 more dwellings this round. That seems quite nice. Got the coins for it. So I think I'm probably going to prioritize the workers here. And then hope that these priests to fire don't get taken. Does anybody else want the workers? I haven't paid enough attention here. Those priest spots could go away. I think I gotta play greedy though, right? Between mermaids and Orin, one of them's gonna want one of those 3 spots. We're gonna take the workers. So we can get out 2 more dwellings this round. Then we're going to throw a Priest of Fire next. Scoomy Mooms. Sanctuary early doors, very strange. Yeah, I've seen it before. I think I've done it maybe once. I feel like it's a thing some higher level players feel pretty good about. This is a really strong table. Ushnala Nale. I'm just not pronouncing things well today at all, am I? Is a very strong player, top 100 rated kind of expert level player here. But usually I feel like if you saw a Sanctuary round 1 for dwarfs, you'd see a lot of digging happening round 2. So yeah, this is how they're going to get out these dwellings. That looks pretty good for them. Really do some stuff in the north. I mean, we're very pleased by this. Because it means that our hexes on the Eastern Fjord are set. Yeah, I feel like normally with dwarves, if you saw a Sanctuary round 1, it'd be for like Earth 2, Earth 1. As long as you get some spades round 2, I think you can make it work. And that's exactly what they just did, so it's looking pretty nice for them. So I'm going to prioritize the priest early, even though there's no pressure on it. Because I'm pretty confident that I'm doing this anyways. I don't need to do it, do I? But the other reason is that doesn't give a lot of leech to these other players. So looking at passing tempo, I think I'm going to have the longest round by far. It looks like dwarves have 1 more action. Maybe 3 if they take the priest. Mermaids have like 2 more actions. Warren with their stronghold have... I mean, I guess it depends on the priest action. I've got 1, 2. I'm in the round the longest. So I either want... A lot of these tiles could be good for me. We're just going to maximize stuff this round. We'll plan on coins, I guess. Okay. Scooby Boom says the fireworkers at least help a ton. Yeah, that's true. Dwarves are getting 3 fireworkers. I mean, their economy looks great. I kind of assume dwarves are going to like build 1 more dwelling, pass on to dwelling scoring, and then take coins next round. With all those workers, they can just tunnel. They've got so many tunnel spots available to them. Or they've got 2 tunnel spots immediately available to them. But we'll see what route they go. I do assume mermaids are going to throw their priest in water here. But I guess using my priest means they know they don't have to. I guess it depends. Alright, looking at chat here. Strange says, dwarves will be fine. Their econ's amazing, just need to make sure they get their hexes. Yeah, but Orin aren't really contesting them. I'm not really either in the north. They look pretty good on that front. It's a nice game. Hard dig on D4 for dwarves. D4. Yeah, I guess. Otherwise, they have trouble. They hit town up the middle. Oh, yeah, it's a dig round 3. So, all right. So maybe I need the stronghold sandstorm D4 here. And I think we decided that I don't care. All right. Who do I want to pass first? Warren. I think I want those coins that mermaids are on. So I'd love for Warren to pass first, which means I'm not going to give them leech here. I'm going to first bump fire, since we know we're doing that anyways. And we'll see if anyone takes the priest action to stall here. I think it would be Warren taking the priest to stall. They can take the priest into Earth. Oh yeah, mermaids aren't on 2 ships, so they have to pass first. Alright, well, so much for my point dreams. sure what I was thinking there. Somehow I had in my head that mermaids are getting G2 this round. Wow, we are on 11 points, folks. Let's make some of those points back. We can land on Orin's tile, that's fantastic. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So we could even build a trading post this round, maybe. I think that's not. So, yeah, Orin take the priest, so they know they're getting a bunch of leech from me, so here comes it. This is the place to build the strongholds, or put it. I guess the alternative that I didn't consider was the sanctuary, but all the spades are gone this round. We want to get more dwellings up. And E6, like, we're going to be able to connect on one ship here. E6, at least, to some of our structures, so I'm just not worried about any of this stuff, I guess. I guess my connecting is a little bit awkward based on these starting placements. Maybe starting at H5 would have been good from that perspective, but you know, C8 isn't really doing much for us. Yeah, Orin pushed further up fire, so no serious cold points for us there. So the original plan was to build 2 dwellings here, G5, H5. We could instead upgrade a trading post and get down our landscape. If we get down the landscape, we could just do that G5 or D4 here. I feel like I'm still undecided on what I'm doing with these Eastern hexes. Or not have anything either way. Great says you might want C5 for connection. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. No one else wants it. That'll hang out there. Or take a bridge. I guess they're gonna need it anyways. Are they just desperately stalling for my tile? What's their play here? Dwarves. Dwarves can take coins. Mermaids. I'm gonna give mermaids enough leech to take coins anyways, probably, if they want it. They'll have to burn down, which I'm not sure if they're gonna want to. Just wonder if there's any way I can get the coins action. I don't think so. They have power for it anyways. Alright, so what are we doing this round? What are we doing next round? If we do want 2 towns round 4, could Sandstorm D4 here. I think I'm not going to worry about the Eastern Fjord hex pressure. I think Dwarves getting that is totally fine. I think it's still likely we'll be able to town one way or another over on the northeast. Like a bridge, something, you know, C7, B6. I'm not too worried about that. So I think I just gotta maximize my econ here, give mermaids the leech they really want. Unless I could trading post. Otherwise next round I only have 2 workers. Sorry, 2 coins. It's against all my instincts to go to this trading post. I'm gonna have plenty of workers going next round. I don't want to be doing conversions, right? Alright, if we do trading post, we're not going to be able to build H5 without forming a town. We are going to be sharing a lot of bleach. I guess either way we're sharing a lot of bleach. Yeah, sorry, I'm playing slow here, folks. Okay. Okay, trading post would give me 5 workers going to next round, and 4 workers. 4 workers, 5 coins. 6 workers, 5 coins. I think I'm doing it probably. I don't know how we're sticking with this. Give me a hard time for all my thinking than doing the obvious thing. Surely they saw the trading post option. I mean, I'm very low on coins, and these players are all very good. All right, we're up to 18 points here, folks. Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. So we're going to do a hard dig next round, as well as a stronghold action. It's probably hard dig D3, stronghold action C5. Then we're going to try to pass for the early coins if we can. So for the town round, we'll probably take like the coin tile that I'm currently on. Dream says dwelling's good, TP bad. Yeah, I mean, this is my instinct, but I realized at some point recently that this is like a heuristic. It's like just this rule of thumb that I use. It's like just no trading posts. Don't leave any trading posts out. Only build trading posts if you build the stronghold or temple until like round 4. And I do that to a pretty extreme degree. Even though leaving trading posts up around like 3 or 4 if it's trading post round, trading post bonus tile is a totally valid option. I'm just always looking to get my coins from elsewhere because it's more efficient. Sometimes when you do that, you end up with no coins. So, alright, well now Oren, I already think. They end up on worker power. We're going to build another dwelling here, make mermaids happy. Happy campers. Then we're going to pass onto the points. We're going to hope for the shortest round here. We'll just see if that actually pans out. Alternatively, I could town early for like 2 key coins town. But I don't think so. So I think it's Priest to Earth, Sandstorm, or rather Hard Dig D3, Sandstorm C5. Get out of this round. With the coins action if we can afford it. So what do these other players look at? Dwarves. Okay, dwarves go Priest to Earth. So the double hard dig on D4, not a concern of theirs. Presently, at least. They have enough power for a single spade if they want it. They've got enough workers for like 2 tunnels. Which is the access they have anyhow. If we want this priest to Earth, the time is now. I think we do. The only drawback, yeah, I think we do. Help cycle power too. Like I said, we're not really expecting to get any points off of these cults here, and I guess it'll be 2 cult points for fire probably, and probably, hopefully 2 for Earth as well. But mostly this is just really good econ, sitting on those 4 spots. It's getting 4 coins, a spade, or power for each of the next couple rounds. So we get double dig from Orin to set themselves up for more towns. They don't have a neighbor, so they might be like going for fire 2 or something next round. But I think all of these workers, it's got to be a hard dig. We're getting points for it. The question is, do we build out another dwelling with our sandstorm by doing some like worker, some ugly worker conversions? Alternatively, are we getting enough leech? Okay, what are mermaids doing here? They're not going to give us a ton of leech either way, but they've got a lot of resources, so we expect a pretty long round from them. Dwarves have the ability to... I think if we sandstorm now, we're getting out of the round as fast as we can, so I'm not too worried about my worker income. I think I'm going to transform and leave it. And then I'll be able to take the coins action next round. Okay, alternatively, I convert for 1 worker here. Convert 1 worker to a coin. Then I'll still be able to do coins action next round. Just burn more power. Let's do that. Let's just blast these workers. We want a sandstorm. We don't want a hard dig. Yeah, I think this is the move. I don't mind that worker conversion. Just a question of whether I should have converted 2 workers there, but minutia. Don't need to talk about all of that out loud. If we do pass early, okay, hard dig there, so that's their town. Okay. So next round's basically like a trading post round for us, huh? If we want to hit 2 towns. Yeah, I think maybe taking economic towns, like taking like Coin Town and Ship Town next round. 6. Could be very nice. Alright, well we're passing for 4. Our point total is looking less shameful now. And unless I'm missing anything, I think just taking the coins. No need to convert any power. I will be right back. Somehow I managed to still get on my time here, so I just want the coins here, right? Did I miss anything? Yeah, look at these dwarves' resources. This is insane. They might be contending me for network after all here. Oh, Dongi Cho's pointing out we all got 10 workers. But now I've got the most coins, so we got that going for us. I actually don't have a ton of open yellows. It's like, I guess C4 is pretty important for me. Or C3 if not, in order to get over this side of the map. So maybe there's a town for me over on the far east, or else in the south here. It's just a question if we're going for 2 towns for sure this round. I mean, it's a scoring opportunity. So as long as we don't have to work our game too badly, it's probably a good scoring opportunity. The question just is, what does that look like? So with 10 workers, I could build a trading post over on this side of the map. Yes, this is probably a fire 2. Yeah, fire 2, and then 2 key town. For Orin, that's beautiful. They're at 62. And I think dwarves are probably going to snag a 1 key town. Sorry, like a 8-pointer. So that they can close out Earth, but otherwise this looks great for Orin. There's a couple points. So I guess, am I using my stronghold to hit E6 here? I get 2 towns with 3 trading posts and a dwelling by hitting E6 with the stronghold. So that's 7 workers. Then I'll have 3 workers to play around with still. The awkward thing is that this southern stretch here, I-7 through I-10, isn't really accessible to me unless I dig one of these hexes. Excuse me. Sanctuary Water 1, TP, TP, TP. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. That could be very nice. And then I could Sandstorm H6. I think I could upgrade my shipping twice that way, right? So maybe I just make a big town over here, hit H6 to give me better access. Alright, let's think about it a little more. Who am I passing behind? I'm passing behind Dwarves or Orin, unless I have a much longer round than them, which I might. So scoring tile options, that's great. I guess I should assume that a third town for me here is going to be C7, B6. Oh, it just feels like there's a lot of planning I still got to do, and yet. Alright, here's what's happening. We're going to build this trading post either way. So let's do that. Oh, no. Because if I'm Sanctuary for Water 1... Yeah, I think that's the move. I think it's Sanctuary for Water 1. I might only do 2 trading posts this round. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, we want points. We're gonna need our scoring favors. So my initial thought is to take the Coins Town and the Priest Town, then upgrade shipping a couple times. So what I can do is I can dig H6 to get access to these southern yellows. I don't know how important all that is, to be honest. Just gotta make sure I win network is the main thing. So I think I'm going to be able to get 3 towns no matter what this game, and I probably don't need the help of Fire 2 rather. So it's just a matter if I build 2 TPs this round or 3 TPs. If I build 2, it's kind of more typical in my mind for like what I tend to do. In terms of like bringing in some coins, but not totally tanking my worker economy. And then next round, it leaves you with plenty of dwellings to build out still. If I build 3, I'm not sure if that's the case. So, Coin Town could be contested here. But mermaids are at least an action away. So either way, we're going to do this. Yeah, no late trading post rounds this game. So, last round of the game, I'm not going to be scoring off the track at all. So we're going to have to find other ways to score. Yeah, so dwarves lock up Earth. Now they've got Water 1. So all the copies of Water 1 are gone, and Orin don't have them. So that's pretty good in terms of our interests. I wonder what the plan for mermaids is here. So I guess they're towning through G6 here. Yep, town round. Secretly a trading post round, isn't it? So I think I can probably just sandstorm H6. Alright. If I do the plan I say, do I have enough resources? Sandstorm H6 with the landscape down. Take the coins down. That's 13 coins. Trading post D3. Priest Town. That's 10 coins. And then I'll not quite have enough to build out, to upgrade shipping and build out 2 dwellings. I think that's fine. We're going to try for it. We're going to do landscape here to try to conserve some coins. I'm going to take the coins down because I think mermaids want 1 at least. I definitely know that I want that. We've got a spade coming at the end of this round as well. So I think it's going on B6. I do have to get to at least 1 ship by the end of this round. Okay. Deranged is saying 8-pointer seems really nice. The 4 immediate power is so good. I know you love the 8-pointer, Deranged. I do too, honestly. The only thing I'm thinking is, like, really capitalizing on next round. And building a booming economy. Okay, so dwarves are looking at a town in the north there. It seems pretty clear. They are connected now. That dig. Dwarves game looks nice. This is a very cool game. We get some easy cult points. I don't know about easy, but I think their cult points on air will be pretty easy when it's all said and done. Eight-pointer ship down aren't bad either. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I'm weirdly over-focused on getting to I7 this round. If mermaids come here down to the south, I will get some nice leech out of it as well. If they're looking to sort of hit a 3rd town. Alright, or take a step on water and then think better of it. What are they up to? They go for it. I think the 8-pointer is my default town anyways. Like, I assume that power coming, it's like great on points. I assume that power coming in off the cults is always good econ. And then I assume that spreading my effort across all the cults will usually get me some points. In this case, that's all probably true, so I'm sure it was a good option. It cycles my power to get me some coins that I do need. But we went a different route. I think at this point it's probably a little bit too late for it. Because at this point I'm thinking priest town anyhow. I could go 2 priests to here this round even? I don't know. I think ultimately we're hoping that mermaids pass first. So that we can get on one of these 2 bonus tiles with points. Oh, but the dwelling scoring is open. I think we're getting stuff anyway. Yeah, so the player on Orin here is saying Sandwich Orin are pretty miserable. I agree. I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about early game, despite or in the auction I was talking about this. So despite getting the town in the town round, securing the 2 key town, they just don't have any neighbors right now. They don't have any hexes. 3 for 2 is being offered to me. I think I do want that at this stage. It's still worth it. Even if we're going to win network by a mile, which I don't think we necessarily are, we're still getting points for all the structures we built out since we've got scoring favors. So, we know we're going to trading post D3 for a town this round, because it's a town round. If we take shipping tile, what about this? What if we went from the workers' town? That's just worse. I think this is our next action no matter what. if we pass last, we're going to get a bonus tile that we love no matter what, so. This is our next action either way. And I think it's just the priest. Then if we need it, we can take the workers action. Or is it the... Do I really want the shipping? I think I want the shipping. I'm going to be quiet for the free coins that come from that. So we're going to take the ship town. I want to be at least 2 shipping, and I might end up in the shipping tile next round. Do 1 conversion here. No, we're going to leave our power right where it is, because we might be taking the workers action. So 1 ship upgrade, and we're ready to build out a bunch of dwellings. So is it just another trading post this round? Do I just trading post C8? I'm down to 4 worker income, and I can build out 4 dwellings next round, no problem. That could be the move. And I could just take the workers to stall, something. See, this is where not having calling neighbors is great. Like, I'm not worried about any of my hexes here. Dwarves could take like A9 on me, but I still have the option to bridge over here. Dwarves could take C3, but I can still get over to this natural yellow through C4. Like, ooh, but he's touching my browns, you know. I say that mermaids will hard take a brown next round. Grange says, so I don't disagree that ship advance is good, but as I see it, you really need 2 ship advances this round. You can advance ship next round too. Yeah, I mean the other option is to throw the priest to like air or something. I think I do like the trading post upgrade. Who's in a position to pass? I mean, I could also just pass for dwelling scoring now. Take the coins action again? I mean, that seems sick, right? Leaves some resources on the table, but like, it also leaves the cold step on the table. It's the problem. But I've made my 2 towns this round. I'll have 7 workers next round. And if I'm on a pass tile for points, there's going to be a stalwart next round. I'm not too worried about these cold points, so I don't think I care about this cold step very much at all. I think I'm passing. Tempted by the early pass here. I can bring 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too much. We're gonna convert 2 down. Pass. Dwelling scoring, because we know it'll be worth 8 points, I think. The next round is the long path. Love it. Curious what anyone in chat thinks about this move. I do sort of wonder if it'll leave me worker short, actually. Like, what do I want for... Yeah, I don't know. It's 8 points. I'm going to use the coins. That's 26 coins. I guess that might be excessive. No, I think I'll use the coins. Just gonna do a bunch of ship advances here. But so Deranged, the other thing I'm thinking for the ship advances that I think I want a Cold Spade B6 here. because it opens up another yellow hex for me, and it's town space, as long as I can secure a bridge. I don't think the bridge action is contested at all, so I can just wait until the last round to get that. And then I have access to a ton of dwellings next round, so next round, or a ton of yellows next round, plus a sandstorm. So my round is like TP, dwelling, TP, dwelling, something like that. I could also get onto I-7 early, then sandstorm I-8 with a plan to town without a bridge down on this side of the map. Maybe that's the move. Only problem is I can't turn those into trading posts next round without a neighbor. So. Okay, Deranged says, I think I disagree with a ton of decisions around, including potentially this move, but there are lots of points left in the game. You position yourself well to score, so we'll see. Fundamental disagreement is with taking the coin down when you didn't need it at all. You're passing with so many coins in the end. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, coin down seems excessive, so the 8-pointer would have been 3 points better. Maybe some cold points at the end of the game, so call it like 5 points better. And then it comes with basically 2 coins as well. We don't want this leech. Mermaids are having a nice game. So the other thing I forewent by passing early last round, which everyone's still in the round, so that was a very early pass, was I could have gotten another temple up. Getting another temple up last round could have been points in the form of Air 1. It also is more priest income, which I think is just points on the cult, probably. But we'll see how it pans out. Alright, I'm going to turn on auto decline leech, because I do have to step away for a minute again. Auto decline, I'll be right back. Nice of me to leave the screen invisible to everybody here. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got some passes. So our early pass, questionable in some ways, certainly, as Strange just pointed out. The notion is that it does set us up well for these bonus tiles going into the last round. So if we want to get down to 3 structures at the end of the game, that's going to be 6 more yellow hexes. If we want to get down to 2 structures, it's going to be 7 more yellow hexes. So we have access easy to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, including sandstorms if nobody takes them. I think it's got to be coins. I think this hurts the other players at the table. I guess it just hurts mermaids. I'm going to say we're going to use them. I think we got to get these temples down as well. We might want extra ship advances depending on which tile we land on here. We are behind mermaids in turn order, although I think we're having a longer round than them. No players are mentioning in the chat how tough it is sandwiched Orin. But, I mean, they are sitting on 80 points, and they got a lot of cult points coming in. Just a matter of making points for the rest of the game. So they've got Earth 1. They offer us some leech. I think we're just going to take coins. Which is comical, given our coin situation here. But I guess Orin are looking for another town across the bottom here, so they'll probably just like hard dig a dwelling. Pass. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, either way, we'll give Dwarf some leech here. Time to start building some dwellings, yeah. And we're assuming we're going to use the bridge the last round. So we're hoping that nobody bridge blocks us last round. Oh yeah, I don't have enough workers to do everything I'm thinking of at all, do I? So we're hoping we don't get bridge blocked in the last rounds. We're also hoping that if dwarves are third to pass and we're last to pass, that dwarves don't block the ship scoring tile from us. Yeah, my economy's way out of balance. Somehow I was thinking I only need workers for dwellings this round, but I need them for trading posts as well. We'll see what we can do with it. I think one of these priests can become a worker. Maybe two, depending. At this point, we're basically committing to the bridge town. I think it's an okay commitment to make. Alright, we are making up some ground here on points. We do hope we're still winning network. Although, some of these other factions are looking pretty strong in that regard as well. It's tricky. A priest heir here could be great points, but I threw my economy all out of whack last round. So now we're short on workers. At this point, I think taking a bunch of leech to be able to afford a worker's action would actually be worth it. It would have to be 6 leech this round to do that. I don't know if that's happening. And it's risky because then we waste a lot of power going to the next round. If we overproduce. Orin getting this town is an unexpected plot twist, so strange. Yeah. Town in the south. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice for them. Oh yeah, why did I take that coins action? The regrets are rolling in. So Orin still have, I think, a dwelling to build and a cult step to take. So will mermaids stall, or probably they just... I mean, I'm just thinking bonus tile-wise. What's going to play in my favor? We'll do the obvious thing. Build out another dwelling here. Yeah, so this extra power coming off of the cult reward might end up being entirely useless. But we'll see. So at this point, I think my sandstorm's going A11. Makes for an awkward town, doesn't it? Alternatively, I guess my sandstorm could just go A9, and then I pretty much know that I need to bridge here. I guess A9 is a better option. Dwarves on the temp shipping tile, I only just noticed that. That is awkward. Yeah, okay, so the sandstorm's going on A9 here. Range says any interest in putting sandstorm on I8. Yeah, the tricky thing is that if I'm going for a town in the south rather than the north, what just happened? Mermaids close out water. I'm going for a town in the south instead of the north. Then I don't have anywhere to build trading posts without neighbors. Here in the north, I think I've got the neighbors, so we're gonna sandstorm A9 just because I don't think anyone's touching C7. Worst comes to worst, next round we could like somehow maybe get A10, A11. I don't think it's likely though. So do we stall? No, we don't need to stall. Warren have maybe 2 actions left. Mermaids have, I think, just 1, maybe 3. 2, 3, 4. I have 4. If I want them. Alright. Alright, well, here's some dwelling points for us. We can get out 1 more dwelling on I7 if we want to advance ship trading post dwelling. Alternatively, we could temple now for some air 1 points. Okay, dwarves bump themselves on fire. That's interesting. Oh, they want the power from the call reward. So dwarves can either double dig right now or like take workers. So they do have options actually. It's alright, I think I like our passing tempo here. Drain says, I figure you TP I7 and TP on I9, but you run out of structures. Why there? Why A9? Maybe? Is that what you were asking? My thought with A9 is that I'm going to do bridge town between C7 and A9, and that way I have enough neighbors to build trading posts to do so. There'll be a copy of Fire 2 for me if I want it anyways, but that was my thought. I guess I have the neighbors through B6 as well. Yeah, maybe that was better. Okay, so mermaids still have 2 actions left, I think. Do they have an open hex they can build on? No. Mermaids have 1 action left. Orin can build the dwelling as well. So Orin are up, mermaids are up. Orin pass, mermaids pass. I get the ship scoring tile. So I have 2 actions left this round. Actually, I'm passing last anyways, I think. So in this case, I'll give myself the option to get out 1 more dwelling this round. So I'm not sure where this is headed. I think we've probably still got a network win here, although mermaids are looking a bit scary. Got one more town coming in. We've got pass points coming in this round and I think next round. Then every structure we build is going to be worth points, essentially. Got a bunch of resources left. Yeah, we'll see. I don't have the luxury of upgrading digs for points next round, I don't think. Otherwise, my opponents will probably surpass me on network. Otherwise, that's a route we could go for lack of better scoring options. Okay, dwarves take workers, so they can build themselves a trading post or a temple. So Orin have to pass next. Alright, so I think dwarves can take an action. Orin will pass. Mermaids will pass onto their tile. And then if I want to guarantee myself the ship scoring points, I'm going to need to pass myself. So am I building a trading post here? Or am I advancing a ship here? Or I could go priest to air. I'll probably do at best tying for last place there. Priest to water. I don't know. Guess if I go priest to air, and then I end up with air 1 and the 8-pointer. That looks pretty good for me. Dwarves would probably take it before me if they could. Where does this put me for resources? 9 workers, huh? Can't think forever. Drain says, my objective A9 was essentially that you could also bridge town through B6. Yeah, that is right. And that was my original plan. I think I convinced myself I didn't have enough neighbors, but I'm not sure why I convinced myself of that. And then C7's floating. Yeah, I guess my only thing is I'm not concerned about C7 going anywhere because it's brown. That would be a really costly dig for any of these players, and mermaids can't even reach it. I guess I'm just not worried about that as a floating hex. I think you're right. I think that the sticking to the original plan here is better, but I don't think it's too big of a difference either way. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get punished for it. Alright, dwarves are having a big think. I imagine they're wondering whether they should just pass first. Or whether they care about blocking my pass, or maybe they're hoping for my tile. I don't know what they're hoping for. I would love it if they passed first. It means I can take my turn, take my time, and take 2 more actions this round. Get out another dwelling on I7 with a ship upgrade. Dwarves do pass, so this looks nice. Yeah, Drange, I think I agree with you on all of this. I just, I think those are some optimizations that I hopefully won't, that hopefully won't cost me the game. But we'll see. Orin have maxed out, or Orin can't do any more round scoring, just like me. They've got both their big buildings built. I guess his mermaids are the ones I really gotta look out most for here. Particularly because I think they're gonna end up on the big building tile, and I think they're probably gonna make both of their big buildings. But that'll kill their economy is the thing. I wonder if they'll have enough for a third town that way. And if so, I wonder if they're gonna do great on network. Well, we'll see what they can come up with. But I mean, absolutely, I need to win network here. And I think I only have the hexes to get down to... Yeah, so this is the other downside, what you were talking about, Drange. I only have the hexes to get down to fewer structures than I want. I think I'm getting down to 3 structures. Is that right? Without an extra dig. I mean, if Orange just like take a bridge to stall here or something, they can end up on their tile. Like otherwise, they don't. What can they do? They'll have 1 worker if they hard convert it. They're definitely in an awkward spot. It's just everyone's still got more points than me except dwarves here. I think we'll see where this lands, but mermaids look like they still have a lot of scoring potential. But I hope that first or second is still within reach here. Maybe a second place to mermaids if it comes to it. Yeah, we'll see. In any case, if anyone's hanging out in chat, I know Deranged, you're here. Anyone has any thoughts on likely outcome of this game at this point? I'd be curious to hear them. This has been a pretty long game. I've been a pretty big contributor to that fact, but nonetheless. So either way, I think what we're doing here is upgrading. There's building a dwelling, and I guess probably just sending a priest to air. May as well. We can claim air 1 with our first action next round. Strange says, I'm not sure anyone ought to bridge block you. Yeah. They'd have to be doing some pretty next level calculations, I think, to do that. Warren got a call, so they weren't debating after all, they were just distracted. Dongi Chote is happy to point out our options for us as we take too much thinking time. I am the type of person who's not built for looking at screens for long periods of time. My eyes are going crazy right now. I do not like what's happening. It's alright, we're going to the last round. Gotta just score as many points as we can. So if we're in pass here, I think it's a clear pass onto the coins tile. I think dwarves are probably just upgrading digs. Taking coins, upgrading digs. Competing on network and getting their tunnels in. So if mermaids can get themselves... Mermaids are going to be hurt on coins, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're going to be capable of. Maybe it's one big building and then a push for network. They might be third on network no matter what. Alright, so I do get this dwelling out. And then I think my priest next round is going to be used for shipping either way. So I think we're just going priest to air here. Then if I secure the 8-pointer, I might be able to sneak like a second or a time for a second. Look at all this power we're about to waste on the income here. It's a darn shame. But 9 points is 9 points. We want them. We want all the points we can get. Deranged doesn't think dwarves are upgrading digs until much later. They want to build stronghold TP for their town. Yeah, dwarves do have the town incoming too, don't they? Yeah, so I guess if they build the stronghold... Yeah, I mean, they still have 2 clear tunnels available to them. You know, E2, C1. So yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. Orin are also looking like they want to go for a town here. But it's going to be tough. They're going to need an expensive trading post. Orin have a lot of points on cults, but I'm not sure it'll be enough. Alright, well, let's see what Dongicho can pull off here. I feel like mermaids often sputter in the last round. Big buildings are just so expensive, and mermaids are lacking coins in a pretty big way here. There's no coin town left. If they can manage another town in like northeast there, northwest there, excuse me, top left of the screen, they could maybe get 4 coins out of a power town, but it looks like they're sort of running out of juice to me. So in terms of my priorities, there's the bridge, which I think I'm just going to hope I don't get blocked on. Dwarves are in a position to just bridge block me straight up, though. So there's the bridge, there's air 1. There could be pressure for air 1, potentially. And I think that does help me on air, at least, maybe. Could be worth a couple points there. And some points on the pass. I'm going to need to build temple anyways. Sanctuary from mermaids. Is it air 1? I don't think they have anything else that's worth their time. They're on 3 ships, so they could hit E10 and A11. I don't even have the dwellings for that, though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they'll be doing here. They definitely don't have the juice for another town. So I think either way I'm building a trading post here. So we're going to just get that out of the way right now. Unless I want the workers action or the spade. Oh man. Either way, this is what's happening for now. I don't think I want the workers action. I think if anything I want the workers town, right? That makes a lot more sense. So now if I want to, I can hit C7. With the sandstorm, just see if anyone bridge blocks me. So I guess I do need... Orn thinking about closing out air for points and power here. So I guess Orin are probably thinking they could double dig H3. Trading post I5, trading post H3 for a town. Either way, I think there's no reason for me not to Sandstorm C7 next. And then hope for the bridge. I don't think it's worth it for dwarves to block me. I think I might be beating them anyways. Mermaids take a priest, just for a ship advance, maybe. Or wait, no. Oh, sorry, they send a priest to air. That makes more sense. We could also temple air 3 at some point this round. But at this point, nothing to do but Sandstorm and see if anybody punches me for my greed. But at this point, our raw points are sort of creeping up on our opponents. We're 13 behind Mermaids, 12 behind Orin. We're ahead of Dwarves. In our endgame scoring, we do think we're going to get a pass for 9, or at least 6, depending on, I think, 9 points. It's a spattering of cult points and hopefully a network win, right? I think. Gain down 3 structures. We'll see if it's enough. And this is something I sure should have thought through. Drain says no one's advised to block. Why wouldn't we just secure that first? I feel like the hex was just as likely to be blocked than the... Oh, that's not true. Yeah, good point. I should have just taken the bridge first. If the hex got blocked, it would have to be built on for my Sandstorm to not work. Okay, so yeah, a lot of blunders for me here. I will be the first to admit. I've still seen what we can do to stay positive and pull this thing out. All right. If we take... I think it's just coin. I think it's just a coin here. We could consider Worker Town. We could consider kind of any of the towns other than ship or power towns. The Worker Town might allow us another... Donkey Chit says he's 1 resource short to make my bridge block. Just give me a hard time. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this bridge might be enough to secure me a win here. We're just going to see. Other folks are stalling out a little bit with this last round scoring. So Deranged and Donkey Chode certainly agree with their analysis. And I agree too in retrospect. I'll blame it on streaming. Maybe I would have caught it if I wasn't a little bit distracted here. So, is Donkey Chode still considering blocking me? Alright, I think if I let it float for 1 more turn, it'll certainly... I mean, I have no reason to let it float anyways, but... So I think it's Temple, Trading Post, and then I can dig down 1 more dwelling if I'm worried about network. But I'm not worried about network, right? Dwarves, still 5 structures. I'm not worried about network. So at this point, I think it's just upgrading digs and ships and temple, right? So either way, it's got to be Temple, Trading Post. That's 4 workers, 8 coins. That leaves me with 1 worker, 6 coins, 7 coins, really. 1 worker, 7 coins, and a priest. So if I take a priest town, that's just... Yeah, that's not really much of anything. Take a worker town and just plan for 2 temples. It's a little bit awkward. Air 3, Air 1 could be a good option here. Dongito's really investing pretty heavily in Air Cult and can take another priest to make it work. If they want to. But yeah, range points out 11 point is probably just as good. If I think that I'm doing... Yeah, okay, so Air 1 is going to be worth 4 points. Then Air 3 on top of that would be worth some swing points, but also worth like 3 points to me, basically. Maybe 4. At this point, I think I'm a little bit fried, to be honest. But this could be the difference between first place and not. I definitely want to upgrade ships one more time, so let's redo the math here. Trading post, temple, and then a trading post, and then a ship upgrade is what? That's 8, 12 coins, priest, and 4 workers. So maybe that's all it is. Maybe I just am satisfied with Air 1. The ship upgrade. The 11 pointer, although there's no 11 pointer now. The dwarves took it. So you just take a priest, maybe. Yeah, so mermaids do take another priest here. So if I go Air 1, I will have a use for a priest, I think, so I can just take priest town. Is there town pressure at this point? I think everyone else has finished their towns, right? Orin, have fire 2. So they can take a town before us unless we go fire 2. 8 pointer. Yeah, Orin take double dig, build a dwelling, and they've got what they need for this town. It's just 1 point either way. I think it's fine. Definitely got a temple. Air 1's a safe bet. It's definitely 4 points. We're gonna go for it without thinking too hard. Dwarves do have the resources to get down to the same network as I do, looks like. Interesting. Orin take the workers. I have no idea what they're doing with those workers. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. Strange says Orin partially advanced digs. Yeah, but now they don't have a priest to advance the rest. Oh, I see. Okay, so they take the workers, and they can double dig with 4 workers. So that basically spends the rest of their resources to get... Yeah, okay. So I imagine they'll just take... But it means I have town tempo now, so probably the priest is best. Otherwise, I get some power steps. I don't know, the 8 pointer looks pretty good. There's still that 1 spot open on water that I'm sort of surprised dwarves haven't taken. I guess it's just me they'd be fighting, and air might be more profitable for them. 3 for 2. I could consider my options here, but I'm not going to. Alright, we have to give dwarves some leech here. So let's do it. And it's just a matter of whether it's the 8-pointer or the 9-pointer, I think. 9-pointer gives us the ability to go priest to cult. We should probably just go to water. It's 1 more point outright, but I'm just gonna go 9-pointer. I take the 8-pointer. Can I take a single spade? And is it worth it if I do? 8-pointer cycles me 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still 1 power away from the single dig if I do this. I'm just gonna go for it. Show the 8-pointer some love here. So if we get a little bit of leech, we can win network outright. Although dwarves have given up the option anyhow, so. Orin get themselves a town. We're gonna advance ship, and then I think just call it a game, right? Get a couple resource points. It's a 7-point ship advance. Love that. We're gonna win network. We're gonna sneak some cult points. Oh, if I go priest to air, I'm so close to being able to do a 5-power priest for this ship advance. So close. But I don't think it's worth the risk here. We'll get 2 resource points, which is not too bad. Passing for, we're passing for 13 points. I think it looks pretty good. Born and Mermaids tied on network for 3rd. Dwarves for 2nd. Dwarves without any pass points. Oh, dwarves do have the cult monk as well, and a priest, so I don't think I'm getting any cult points. Yeah, we'll see. I guess I'll get 1 cult point off of water that I wouldn't have otherwise, so 9-pointer would have been better. That's okay. We'll see where it lands. Alright, well, it's been a good game. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. If we do get 1 leech here, which we're not going to, no one else can hold the structures, we could take a single big for a 2-point dwelling anyways. It's nothing. Okay. Going for the pass. Alright, passing just about even with my opponents here. And a network win. So it's just a matter of do Orin have me based on cults? Do mermaids have me? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be pretty close, I think. Orin have me by 4 to 5 points. Mermaids, I have mermaids. Okay, I'll take a 2nd place. I mean, impressive Orin game. Getting that town in the south. Ultimately, what I could have probably done is, I was thinking this earlier, I could have sandstormed I-5 to block off Orin and mermaids from getting down there for another town. But it would have meant I had 3 ship access to I-7 instead of 2 ship access, so I'm not sure if it would have made too much of a difference. But it would have been, scoring-wise, 145, yeah. Oh, Orin have by 1 point. Oh, no, they've got their network ties. Close game. But it's alright, we'll take a second place at such a strong table, that's great. Ah, look at that, Silver League. Wonderful. Yep. Deranged pointing out correctly about everything here. Now look at this, we almost finished in the opposite order of our ELO rankings, but really strong table. That was a lot of fun. Thanks to the players for the game and for everybody for tuning in here. I gotta get off the computer and go outside, I think. This was fun. Dongito said I could have taken I-5 in time. Yeah. Yeah, certainly Orin getting that town across the south was like a really nice pivot and a little bit unexpected. And it sounds like Donkey Chode on Mermaids is having some regrets about that. Let's see what they say. Thanks, Rogue Logic. Thanks for sticking around. Always good to have you. I think we're going to call it. Well, now let's look at the stats. It's always nice to see. What did we get? 3 coins action this game? And we spent, all but 6 of them. Was it worth it? Hard to say. Victory points. Let's see. We gained more power than everybody else, which is no surprise. And we paid not too much for it, honestly. Power gained by structures, 31. Paid 14 for it, I'll take that. Oh no, that's I didn't finish first round. I'm talking about 66. 9. Still a good ratio here. Sure. Alright, we got 39 off of favorite tiles, no surprise there. 21 points off of bonus cards. Love that. Good town points, cult points. Yeah, a solid game. Alright. Hope everybody takes care and enjoys the rest of your day or night wherever you are. See you next time.